Someone set me up. Someone from the inside.
Lorraine, there's a double agent hunting our operatives in Berlin. Your mission, find out who did this. Remember, trust no one. Your contact is David Percival. So what was your first impression?
Disastrous.
Berlin has its own set of rules.
I trust you about as far as I can throw you. You sent me into a hornet's nest. But then you knew that, didn't you? Fasten your seatbelt.
The clock is ticking.
Welcome back to our Humble San Diego podcast. We are your hosts, James Warny.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And of course, I, Wesley Swanson, and this is Drop the Mic. You've now tuned into episode 276, Deceiving the Deceiver, in which we will be reviewing 2017's Atomic Blonde film. But before we dive into that, let's get warmed up with some of our usual updates, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
And now for a special news report. Brought to you by Drop the Mic.
All right, man. So what do you got for us on the news front this week? I'm excited to hear what you got.
All right, got a couple of interesting pieces here. So, along with all the crazy stuff that's been going on with Ezra Miller, I'm bringing him up again like I did last week. I thought I was going to be done, but it looks like he's kind of evading the courts. We're trying to give him he was, I believe, last week I said that he had a restraining order against him. They are unable to locate him. I guess they're quote unquote saying he's on the run. So the authorities are unable to physically hand him those papers. And with that news, it looks like there's some rumors going on. Nothing is concrete or for sure, but this current Flash film may be the last one we see with Ezra Miller in it. That's what it's. Some rumors, some insiders on the WB studios are stating that may be the last time we see him don the Scarlet Speedster costume. And then with everything that was going on with Heard and Johnny Depp, I think they're kind of trying to put out fires everywhere right now.
Yeah.
And speaking of Amber Heard, it looks like there's an active rumor going on that they are actively working towards editing Amber Heard out of the Aquaman 2 movie completely. And it looks like they've been successful in taking her scenes out completely from a test screening, saying that there was a overwhelming positive review with that version compared to the one that they had with her in it. So, and there was also a rumor of her already being recast and doing reshoots for whoever they're going to recast, which is pretty insane since that, I don't know how they would do that, but yeah, that may be happening. Or they may just, tease the new recast towards the end of the film, maybe like as a teaser for Aquaman 3 or something. I don't know. There's no word on who would be replacing her. If they do decide to replace her, they could just kind of take her out of the movie completely and then just never bring her up again. But again, Mira, her character in Aquaman, is a pretty key character in his story arc and his character altogether. But yeah, I'm up for a recast as well. It looks like Ezra's going to be gone. She's going to be gone. So, that's some pretty recasting news, pretty insane recasting news.
Yeah. Maybe you might have some more information on this, but I had read just the other day that Amber Heard's whoever represents her came out saying, I don't know if it was her lawyers or somebody, but they were saying that the rumors of her actually being recast for Aquaman, or that she's been terminated, are completely false, and they're just part of this like huge like rumor mill that's trying to deface Amber Heard. I don't know if that's true or if they're just trying to save face in some way or another, but that's pretty wild for them to release a statement like that, you know.
Yeah, like they're accusing Warner Brothers or someone on the inside as kind of promoting a smear campaign again, kind of. Yeah, that's I think it's safe to say that her acting career at this point is probably done. But you know, everyone in Hollywood, I feel like everyone can come back. Just depends on the severity of their you know, their actions and stuff. But moving on to some more news, it looks like Top Gun Maverick crossed 80 or 800 million worldwide in the worldwide box offices, and officially becomes Tom Cruise's biggest movie that ever that he's done.
I think what I read was that it was before this Maverick, it was Fallout was his most financially successful film to date. And
yeah,
the fact that a Top Gun sequel was able not only to make this amount of money so quickly, but the overwhelming positivity around, you know, a film that I didn't even think was, and I knew that it has of course, like a, how do you say, like a pop culture footprint,
right?
But to be like, oh yeah, this is Tom Cruise's best film that he's ever done.
That's pretty crazy. That's insane.
It's like, wow, man. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really speak on, you know, whether I agree or not. Have you?
Yeah. No, I haven't seen it yet. I've been wanting to see it, just haven't had the time to put aside to go see it. But I hear good things about it. I hear it's great, but I just haven't gone around to it yet. Looking forward to it though. When I do see it, I'm sure I'll have some interesting thoughts, good or bad, whether when it comes out or when I'm able to see it.
You're waiting to see Miles Teller's stash, huh?
Yeah, man. And I hear he's changing men's facial hair everywhere after they see that movie. Some more news. It looks like Tom Hardy had released some news. I think it was through Twitter, I want to say, that he confirms Venom 3 is in the works currently right now with the script. I think the script's done, or they're just going through it and kind of revising it if they have to. But it looks like Tom Hardy is actually co-writing this Venom 3.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah. And some bittersweet news on this one. It looks like he said, "Here we go, the last dance," for when he mentioned Venom 3. So this may be the last of his Venom appearances, unless he has some type of cameos worked out in future films. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? This being the last of the Venom films with Tom Hardy. I mean, it would be a trilogy, and it's always good to end on 3, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. My thoughts. You know, you never want a property to overstay its welcome, unless you're, say, John Wick. No, I'm just kidding. But I think that might be the way to go, you know, or at least take a break and let things kind of wind down, and maybe they'll come back in some way or another within the Marvel universe or something, because there's been slight hints at that. So maybe they just have something up their sleeve for, you know, something in the future. But as far as them ending it like with 3 movies, I'm fine with that. I think it you know, and it's going to give a chance for Tom to branch out and continue, hopefully, because I feel like he's been kind of wrapped up in the Venom stuff for a few years and hasn't really done much else. Stop me if I'm wrong, but I think that's correct. So it'll be cool to have him kind of, return to some of the stuff we've come to love him for, I guess.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I think these three films is kind of, at least the second one, with this coming out so soon after the last one, I would assume that he has been working on this kind of back to back, and I totally agree with you that hopefully this one's has better reviews as for the second one, and I mean, the second one didn't get too good reviews, did it?
I don't think either the first one did either. It made a shit ton of money, but critically it wasn't. It was kind of like meddling, both of them.
Right. Yeah. So hopefully it's a little more positive on this one to end it, and then, like you said, give it a breather, and then maybe 3 or 4 years down the line, when if the demand for it is something that the fans want, which obviously I think they will after a while. Maybe he'll bring it back for a surprise film or something like that, with maybe a team up film or something. Who knows? But I think that I totally agree with you on that one. Just
for the third one, and this is me just putting this energy out into the air. I have no idea if this is what they're planning or not, but I think the third one, since it is gonna be supposedly the last, or that's what he's teasing, let's make it R and do like a Logan style send off.
Yeah. That'd be perfect.
Because it's Venom. And that's what I feel like that's what everybody wants. Like, just do the Deadpool thing. Just go full throttle, Turn the dial to 11.
Yeah, and it looks like, I know it's a Sony property, but I mean, Deadpool, which is now a property of Disney, they are still moving forward with the R rating, and they see the profitability in it. So Sony should. I mean, I know they're working, with Marvel or Disney, whatever you want to say, but they should, take the hint from them that if Disney has faith in a rated R film with Deadpool, I think that they should kind of go with that as well. My last bit of news here, any Game of Thrones fans, it looks like they're working on a current spin-off for the character Jon Snow, who is played by Kit Harington. It looks like he's attached to reprise his role as well as Jon Snow, but it's going to be a spin-off series for his character, and I guess where he goes after the series finale of Game of Thrones. So look forward to some more news on that one. I really liked his character, but that's my last bit of news. I don't know if you're not into or caught up to Game of Thrones, are you?
I don't think I will ever be.
Yeah. I kind of I think I started watching it when it was on the last season, but I kind of I went through the entire catalog to catch up, and then ended up watching the last season as it actually played on HBO. But I mean, if there's any Game of Thrones fans out there or Jon Snow fans, look forward to a sequel series for him specifically. But that's my last bit of news.
Side note on that: were you upset with how that show kind of came to a close?
Yes.
Okay.
I felt it was kind of underwhelming. There's a lot of build up for not the payoff wasn't as grand as the build up was.
Okay. I was just curious because I wanted to know what side of the fence you were on as far as that.
I think it's pretty. I think that's I'm in the general. I think that's what most people think.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan like some people are. I was just a casual, watcher because I it was just cool to watch it. But yeah, I think it was very underwhelming.
All right. I have a few pieces for you if you want to hear them real quick.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay,
first up, there is a brand new Red Band trailer that was released for the new Texas Chainsaw video game. Have you seen this yet?
No, I didn't even know they were coming out with the video game.
Yes, it's a video game.